Offense and defense are both important when playing a game. You not only need to be able to defeat your enemies, but you also need to survive a few hits. Go too far into one end and you die to a slight breeze, but go too far into the other end and your hits will be as effective as Jello. So in Holocure, I try to make my build offset weaknesses, which brings us to Oozora's Subaru. Subaru's starting weapon, Baseball Pitch, throws a baseball. At max level, the baseball she throws will initially deal double damage, with its damage reducing over 15 seconds until it's dealing its base damage. It's one of the few projectile weapons that isn't a multi-shot weapon, but I find its damage to be mediocre compared to other weapons, so I recommend getting other weapons and quickly. Still, if you get a lot of haste, it can shoot like a machine gun, which is pretty cool. Subaru's special attack, Duck Shout, creates a scream in front of Subaru that deals 120% damage over the course of 4 seconds. It can deal a decent amount of targeted damage, though I personally like using it to push bosses away. Her first skill, Duck Whisper, creates a blast every 10 seconds that deals damage to enemies, dealing more damage the closer enemies are to her, and if enemies are really close to her, within 75 pixels, they'll get stunned. Her next skill, Sunny Optimism, gives Subaru a small haste boost and makes it so that if Subaru takes damage, she has a chance to gain 1 stack of Optimism with a max of 10 stacks. If Subaru's health hits 0, she will gain 2% of her health as well as half a second of invincibility for each stack of Optimism she has. At a max number of stacks, Subaru can gain 20% of her health and 5 seconds of invincibility. The skill is Subaru's most powerful skill because if you pace yourself carefully, Subaru can have nearly infinite revives. Her last skill, Oozora Police, gives Subaru 2 handcuffs every 15 seconds for a max of 8, and if she is hit while she has handcuffs, then every non-boss enemy within 60 pixels of her will be insta-killed, and Subaru won't take any damage from the enemy. So Subaru's kit is almost entirely defensive in nature. Oozora Police kills any enemies that hit her, Sunny Optimism gives her a lifeline that can keep her alive should you make too many mistakes, and even her one offensive skill, Duck Whisper, stuns enemies that are too close to her. As such, you'll find that staying alive as Subaru comes very easily so long as you keep an eye on your stacks and don't burn them willy-nilly. Of course, the downside is that Subaru's offensive capabilities are quite lacking. Her weapon doesn't have a large area of effect and its damage is quite meager in comparison to others, so getting items that buff her damage, like Gorilla's Paw and Face Mask, is a decent idea. I personally favor going all in on offensive capabilities since Subaru's skills do more than enough to keep her alive. So that's Subaru. Thanks for watching. Please let me know who you'd like to see next. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for future videos, and happy holocuring.